Guys, thank you for watching on this video. I still have to get used to record like this because normally I made like videos about lifestyle, outfits and beauty, so I was not really on the video itself. So it's a good thing for me because I'm stepping out of comfort zone and I'm talking now in front of camera. So it's a little bit different than what I usually do, but this year is a new year, so why not taking it as a positive way to do things a bit in a different way. Why I want to make this video is not only like for, you know, like to laugh about a little bit. At least I try to laugh about certain things that I've been doing when I did in the past, and sometimes I might do in the future, some stupid things that I've been doing, but more also to think like, hey, we are all humans and we make mistakes sometimes. You know, we make some blunders, we learn things, and I think it's good to, you know, just accept it that way and not feel ashamed of it. I have a funny story about what happened to me when I was, I think, at high school or middle school, when I did my tourism study at ROC. I remember once I went, I think, to H&M store or Sena, I don't remember which store it was, but there was a person in front of me and had really long hair, and the person dropped something. I don't know if it was money or clothing, and then I said to the person, like, hey ma'am, you dropped something, and the person turned the face and it was a man, and I felt a bit embarrassed because I was like, shit, I really thought it was a woman, you know, woman in front of me. So yeah, it was a bit funny as well. Last year in 2023 I moved from a studio to apartment, and we were packing all the things, you know, because we had to rush before like moving everything out on this day. It was kind of hectic, you know, like packing everything. I have a lot of stuff, to be honest. I was surprised like how many things I could have in my studio. This day was kind of hectic, and I remember I put like shoes aside to wear them to go to the bus because I don't have driver's license yet, so I want to take the bus from the studio to my apartment. But I think someone packed in my shoes already because I put it there with other stuff, which was really stupid of me. See, sometimes I do stupid, and I just put my shoes like somewhere where someone thought it was like, hey, it's from for packing. So at the end, what happened is that I went outside with fluffy shoes. Luckily they were black, but yeah, it was funny. So I just traveled with fluffy shoes, like with slippers instead of shoes. I don't know if you have experienced it as well. This is something that I sometimes have, which is a bit like an hour after breakfast or like lunch and everything. Sometimes I have to burp. It's more like when I have conversation and I feel a little bit nervous or excited. I have this. I don't know. This is already one of the blunders that I sometimes have. And yeah, it sounds a bit weird. So in case you hear me doing these things, I'm sorry for it. My body sometimes makes some fun noises. There was something that I did when I was a kid, and I don't recommend to do it to anyone because I didn't know that was dangerous. I think I was 8 or 10, and at that time I was not aware of what a metal pan can do in the microwave. So what happened is that my parents came late from work, and I wanted to help my parents to prepare the meal. Nothing happened, so luckily the kitchen didn't explode, but the pan was completely like bad, and the microwave as well. I made some stupid mistake, is that normally before I didn't really wear foundation, and I thought like, hey, maybe I can try it again because I tried foundation a few years ago and I really looked really orange, so I was like, maybe not for me. So yesterday I used foundation again. I tried the foundation and I thought it was really nice color. Like, it is really nice foundation. But when I went outside, it looked really dark and orange. If you have good tips about foundation and the colors, just let me know in the comments below. There's another thing that happened when I was a kid. I think I was like 12, so I'm not really a kid, but it was at primary school. I got shoes. I was at school and then this heel broke. And I felt so embarrassed because I didn't know what to do. Like, I was at school and I couldn't really walk much because the heel broke. And then I was afraid to wear high heels again. And at high school, I wanted to, you know what, I want to give it a chance again, because if I had something like this that happened, that doesn't feel good, like for example with this high heel, I don't want that to impact me negatively, you know, because I really like high heels. I did my college in Amsterdam, and once it was very like warm in the Netherlands, and it was in the summer, and I got really sleepy. Like, when I don't know, it's sometimes weird feeling like when you sit in the train and this sunlight shines on the face and it's already really warm, I feel sleepy. And I had to go to Lelystad because I used to live in Lelystad, which is close to Amsterdam. And of course I fell asleep like just 5 minutes or 10 minutes before the station in Lelystad, and I woke up in Zwolle. Luckily I woke up in Zwolle because this train normally went from Amsterdam to Groningen. And if I have to go back from Groningen to Lelystad, it would take some hours too. So I was lucky. Speaking of stations, another thing happened to me. A few years ago, I wanted to go to Eindhoven. I don't know if it was in Amsterdam or in Utrecht. Yeah, because I think I went to Amsterdam, but in Utrecht, you have to take another train. At least at that time I had to take another train because there was no direct like train at that time when I needed it. I think there goes like once an hour or once in 30 minutes there goes like a train from Utrecht to Eindhoven, and I was in another place, so I had to go to Utrecht and then take a train to Eindhoven, and I was in a rush because I had to take the train. And what happened is that, you know, earphones. I went to a place where I couldn't really see like which platform it was, because Utrecht have like platform 18 and 19, I think. I accidentally took the one to Nijmegen. I didn't know because I just took the train, and when I was in the train, then they said like, hey, this a train goes to Nijmegen. And I was like, oh, yeah. So I had to take the first train back to Utrecht and then to go to Eindhoven. My internship in Tenerife in Spain, it was in 2012, so it's already 12 years ago. And I learned a lot because most people didn't speak, at that time they didn't speak English. And it was kind of challenging for me because at the beginning, I mean, I had classes, Spanish classes, so that helped. But it was nothing compared to living in Tenerife, and they use certain different expressions and words. Like, for example, instead of el autobús, they say la guagua. So I was like, what's la guagua? And I also remember like once I had like this embarrassing story, like I couldn't understand what the person was saying. I remember that someone said like, ¿Cómo está? And I was like, what is ¿Cómo está? And then I had to ask the person, like, what is it? And it said, ¿Cómo estás? It's like, now I understand it.